In this video, I will tell you why you can stop fapping, how to break free from fapping, and how to go about your no-fap journey in the way that guarantees the most amount of success. This is why you should listen to me, so just sit down, grab a coffee or something like this. You can also take some notes, and let's begin. This is step 2, and this is my system for willpower to resist the casual urge. I will give it to you in the end. I'm going to tell you in a minute what are the steps that got me to over day 200 of no-fap without trying, right? But before that, so we all know that porn is bad for us, right? Even the kind of skinny boy nerds, they know that corn is bad for men and women and everyone. But fapping in comparison to that is also bad. Think about it like that. Corn is just an amplifier of all of the negative effects of fapping in general. So when you watch corn and fapping, you get all of the negative effects of fapping, like the lack of motivation afterward, lack of energy, time wasted, and all of those things that are extremely bad. But corn has its own set of negative things that are not related to fapping. For example, you're seeing women on the hub, right? The hoes on the hub, as much as you see women in real life, and that means that you are programming your mind to see all women as hoes. So the most important thing that you can do before everything else is to quit the hub. And I told you that I will tell you exactly how to go about your nofap journey, right? Nofap is just you stopping to fap. There is the nofap community. Their ethos is that you need to use willpower to resist the urges and just keep pushing with willpower and see all of the benefits of stopping to fap and get motivated and continue and push until you relapse. That's the bad thing about them, because they are obsessed over not fapping, and they cannot integrate that way. They cannot become a new kind of Chad. I don't like to use these cringe internet terms, but they can become the Chad. They can become the muscular, goal-striving men, because their main goal is to stop fapping, and they talk about it all day. They're obsessed about it in forums. They are wasting a bunch of time and mental energy on this pretty important pursuit, but that's not the right way to go about it. That's like the 80% effort that gives you only 20% of the results. I will tell you what is the 20% effort in a minute, but before that, why you can't stop fapping and watching corn? It's all about habits. So you have started to watch corn because it was fun, your friends told you about it or whatever, right, a few years ago, and then you started to watch it, you watch it more and more and more, and then you got into the rabbit hole, you started to watch it every day, and now you are pretty addicted, right? You are doing this bad habit on a daily basis and you want to stop. It's all about pain, bro, because the pain of you stopping, so this is how it looks like. So this is the motivation and pain threshold, right? So the more pain you feel, the more motivation you will have to stop. And if you are currently here at this point, you will not have a lot of motivation to stop. I'm not telling you to rely on motivation to stop fapping, but for you to actually start your nofap journey and actually have enough will to stop, you need to feel enough pain. There are a lot of ways in which the pain can come into place, but I think that the most effective one is shame. The more shame that you feel, the more that you will want to stop. It's negative, bro, it's fucking painful, and not a lot of people talk about it, but for you to stop fapping, you need to feel so much shame from the act of fapping to the point in which doing it becomes so painful that your motivation to stop is so high that you can't do it anymore. And then you take the next step that I'm about to present to you in a minute, but before this is the prerequisite, bro. You need to feel so much shame, bro. So every time that you fap, you need to talk about that action so negatively, so badly, that you wouldn't want to go back and do it again. That just the thinking about doing it again will give you PTSD, bro. That's fucking extreme, I know. I've been there. And at first, you won't see a lot of progress. So the first day, you will go and you will feel so much shame for 4 days. And then for 7 days. And then you will stop slowly and surely, and I'm about to tell you exactly how to integrate, right? Before you integrate, bro, you must feel the shame. You can also create your why, strong enough reason why you want to get out of this bad habit. These are all things that motivate you to start. But shame is the most effective thing by far. So I told you that there are more negative emotions that can contribute to your motivation. It's shame, it's guilt, it's all of those negative things basically that makes you sick of fapping. I'm about to tell you exactly how to integrate in a second, but there is a mistake, one mistake that you can do when it comes to shame that could make you a fucking loser. Don't make it. Here it is. To change your character to the character of the guy who fap every day. So instead of feeling shame for the action, you will start to feel shame for being yourself. Your current identity is insufficient, you want to change towards the better. But if you will think of you as the guy who fap every day and you will see no hope, no way of changing you, your life will start to be very dark. So instead of it, you need to think about the action that you've just taken to be out of character for you. And while doing it, you also start to integrate into a new person. So that's step 1. Here's step 2. This is how to actually go about Nofap and integrate into a life without fapping. This is how to stop fapping, man. The first and most important thing is triggers. Those are the things in your environment that trigger your natural desire to fap. They are the things that causes you to relapse the most, because even if you will be busy all day, you will not feel bored at all, and your desire to fap will not be that high on a daily basis, right? Baseline level of desire. You will not be horny all day. But if you will get triggered, you will see half-naked girl on TikTok, your desire will increase. And the moment you will have some free time, guess what you will do, bro? At some point in the future, you will lose self-control and you will relapse. So the first thing that I want you to do is to find all of the triggers that you have, so just write it on your piece of paper on the notes. First practice, find the triggers and remove them. So how do you do it? You write your day-to-day life, what you do, and then rate each activity based on how triggering it is for you to fap. And then find all of the triggers and remove them, and then boredom. The more things that you have to do throughout your days, the less time that you will have to fap by default. So you need to have the least amount of boredom, you need to be the busiest throughout your day. Being busy is not about working all day, bro, because hustle culture, right? I believe in working, right? Working is great as long as the goal is worthwhile for you, but you can also be busy by spending time with family, with friends, in nature, and all of those healthy things. Don't play video games, don't watch TV, don't watch anime, bro, because those things are also triggers. And desire, this is the association that fapping has in your mind. So if you think that fapping is a ride, that it is not that bad, your desire, your baseline desire will get increased. But if you will think about it as the shameful deed, the thing that you shouldn't do, it will get reduced to negative associations. The more negative your association with fapping is, the less likely that you will do it, the less baseline desire that you will have to do it. So self-control is the thing that you use when you are about to fap. After you have encountered the trigger and you're bored and you have the desire and you're about to fap, this is where you use self-control. This is your last straw. And I'm about to tell you exactly how to develop willpower, self-control. That's how to stop fapping, bro. You make yourself the most busy version of yourself and you remove all of the triggers that trigger you to fap, while associating fapping with the most negative emotion. And then step 3, to break free from fapping forever. The whole premise of how to do it is that you are busy, you encounter the casual trigger and you resist it with willpower, and you develop it like this, right? I will explain to you in a minute. The only thing that left for you to do is to forget about Nofap, about all of these things, and just live your day-to-day life, bro. And for you to do it, you will have to develop enough willpower to resist the casual urge that will cause you to fap if you want to resist it. At first you need to want it badly enough, so create your why, whatever, right? You already know it. And then resist. So there are two main ways in which you develop willpower: the automatic and manual. The automatic is you live your day-to-day life, you get triggered to do bad things that you know that are bad for you, you resist them, and then you make progress by resisting them by default. The bad thing about this method is that you can't really control, you lack a lot of control when it comes to developing willpower. You just go with life, right? And when you are presented with trigger, you resist it. In comparison, the manual path is you purposefully putting a trigger in your environment. You start with a smaller and then you go bigger, and then you develop willpower like a muscle, because the best way to develop it is through progressive overload. The comparison between these two paths is that this is like training to failure without tracking your workouts in the gym, and this is tracking each one of your workouts and making sure that you are progressively going bigger. So find a trigger, put it in your environment, make sure that at first this trigger is small, not something that really triggers you a lot. Like if you want to fap, put the most insignificant, like the word fapping on your wall, bro. That's a trigger that you can maintain, right? And then as you will resist the urges that will come from it in your environment, you will make progress. And then you will have to go bigger. How to know when these things doesn't trigger you anymore, or trigger you so little to the point in which you just don't notice those triggers, go bigger. Make it a little bit more enticing. So instead of having this word cake in your room, put something sweet in your room, and then as you will go bigger, you will make progress, and the urges will go bigger, and then you will resist them more. Bigger, progress, urges, and then this is a loop, and you will become way more self-control. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos from me, bro, you can like and subscribe right now. And if you want to check out my free stuff, link in the description. There are a bunch of free stuff that you just get. This is my gift for you, because I want to help men, right?